Hello everybody, welcome to yet another TFNation 2022 video. As I promised, I was coming back this evening with my TFNation 2022 questions video number 2. A lot of twos. Anyway, so I have today, where are we? There we go. We have 8 new questions that I've come up with today. I had to really scratch my head a little bit to try and come up with something a little bit original, but at the same time it is so difficult to it is so difficult not to try and tread too much on other people's questions from the past and also recently as well, if anybody's been doing their own. Just very quickly before I get into this, I apologise if any of the questions are similar to what's already been asked, or by somebody else or by myself. It's just so difficult to try and come up with very original questions because so many people have done these videos over the years, and it's so hard to try and come up with something original because because it's a convention and all, it's very difficult to come up with something original, like, talking about panels. We've already spoken about panels and all this kind of different things, but hopefully you'll enjoy these questions, and so we're going to get swiftly on with this, and let's get on with it. Also, very quickly, I just want to say a big thank you to anybody that has participated in doing responses to my first video. Huge thank you to you guys. I really appreciate it. I have noticed it, I appreciate the comments in the last video as well. A lot of people said that they appreciate the videos that myself, Tony, and anyone else does at this time of year, up to the point of TFNation. Getting the ball rolling again and get the conversation started. So I apologise. I thank and I am very appreciative of those comments from the last video, and the kind words and everything, and the encouragement that comes with making these videos. I'm happy that they are serving a job, and they are doing the whole point of me doing these, as I keep saying, is to just get the word of mouth out there and get a bit of conversation going, and that's obviously working, and I'm very happy that that is the case. So thank you very much indeed for the support. So let's get on with the video. Alrighty then, so question number 1. Are you going to the Clubcon? Question. If so, what are you most looking forward to or hoping to check out during the show/event? There's question number 1. So, to be honest, we don't exactly know what they've got planned. I have an inkling that there is something very special planned. Usually, with Clubcon, there is usually something very special. But regards to that, there is other things that happen irrespective of whether you know what's going on or not. There's always the cosplay competition, there's always different things going on to the point of the pièce resistance, as it were, that they've got planned. So for me, I am certainly going to be going to the Clubcon, certainly. I never missed a Clubcon. It is one of my favourite parts of the convention, because they usually do like the script reading as well, which is something I really enjoy, where like the voice acting talent and some of the attendees to participate in a script reading, and I really enjoy that. Also, the cosplay competition is usually quite cool to check out. A lot of very creative individuals are part of the Transformers fan base, and people that love to express themselves in costume, which takes a hell of a lot of courage, and something I don't have in regards to something like that. But yeah, those are the things I'm more looking forward to in regards to Clubcon, and certainly what they've kind of hinted about in the past, very recently, is there's something very, very special in store, and I'm very interested to see whether that's going to be a part of the Clubcon or something else, and I'm very, very intrigued indeed. Question number 2. Apart from Transformers, what other things are you hoping or would like to see in the dealer room? So, apart from Transformers, which is obviously the obvious thing, that is what mostly is going to be sold at the TFNation, because obviously it is a Transformers convention. But sometimes you will find something from a different line, a different franchise that has been sold. I mean, I don't know if he's going to be there this year, but there's a Gundam stall that's been for a couple of times over the duration of TFNation being a thing. I generally do like to go and check out the Gundam stuff, the Gundam models and all sorts of figurines that they've got on their stall. I've also picked up Power Ranger stuff. I know there's a good friend of mine, Nick, and his brother usually do a stall. Nick Snowden and his brother. They basically do a stall together, and they usually sell all sorts of stuff: Transformers, Megazords, Power Ranger stuff, Kamen Rider, anything to do with that kind of thing. There's like a plethora of different things besides Transformers. So me personally, I don't know how much money I'm going to have this year, and I'm not personally, I'm not really looking for anything specific at the moment. It depends what is there at the time, I guess. But for me personally, answering this question is it's always good to see something different. So I'm hoping that the Gundam guy's going to be there, and I will certainly be checking out that stall for definite. Question number 3. For a future TFNation, what guests would you like to see attend? Could be anyone, including voice actors, writers, artists, or musicians. So this is a question just generally asking, what in a future TFNation, what guests would you love to see attend? Voice actor, writer, artist, musicians that we haven't actually seen yet. Or have seen but haven't seen for a long time, or haven't been back for a while. It doesn't really matter. It answers on a clipboard sort of thing. For me personally, I would love to see return. I've mentioned this so many goddamn times, but it's never seemed to happen. But we're living in a dream world with this question. But basically, I'd love to see Scott McNeil return. Well, he's never been to a TFNation, but he did come to my very first auto assembly back in 2010 alongside Gary Chalk. And I'd love to meet Scott McNeil again, but whether it'll ever happen, I don't know. But we'll wait and see. Possibilities are endless in regards to guests that are willing to come over, if you know what I mean. So, or if everything sort of works out logistically and all that kind of jazz, there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes of trying to book guests, obviously. So certainly I'd love to meet Scott McNeil again. Another voice actor would be like someone like Tom Kenny, Tara Strong, anyone from the Beast Wars cast that is still alive that hasn't been yet. So basically, yeah, you could just go with that. And then writers, I'm not massively familiar with a lot of writers. Obviously Simon Furman's one I know, but he's already at TFN this year. Artists, again, I don't really know a massive preference. I mean, I do like, Livia Ramadelli, he's been a couple of times. He's one of my favourites. And then obviously you've got like, a lot of different artists. So I can't really answer that. I don't know many artists with the Transformers stuff. Obviously you've got John Paul Beauvais as well and all that. And then musicians, definitely. We've had Stan Bush at TFNation. He was fantastic. But I'd love to see Vince DiCola. He would be great. And if you want to even go God tier, Weird Al, Spectre General, anyone that was a part of it. I mean, I know obviously Spectre General, they only did like one song. I think they only did one song a part of the 86 movie soundtrack. But yeah, they're a band. They'll have other songs that are under their belt besides the one that was used in the movie. it's a possibility. But definitely Vince DiCola, because obviously he was the guy that produced and composed most of the music, as well as working alongside Stan Bush. So, you know, yes, he will be very influential to have in a future TFNation for sure. Number 4. Question number 4. What would be your most favourite standout moment / moments at TFNation? So, obviously, this is talking to regulars here. So, if you've been to a TFNation in the past, what would have, or been to multiple TFNations in the past, can you remember any sort of stories or anything fun or something that was stand out, that was something that stood out to you, that always stays with you, always kind of, you always go to that thing and you're just like, oh, that was so cool, or this was really funny, something that happened in the bar, something that happened in the pool, I don't know, whatever it was, something that happened while you was at TFNation in the Hilton Hotel or whatever, and something happened during the TFNation, and it's just something that stays with you. So my answer to that question would be that, you know, Stan Bush live concert performance was freaking amazing. That is certainly one of my standout moments. Of course, I would say as well, just kind of chilling out with you guys, people that I've met over the years. That might be a bit of a cheap thing to say, but no, it's my standout moments has always been. Oh yeah, I would say a standout moment as well. Kind of changing that a little bit was, I think it was 2017 TFNation, 2018 maybe, and it was my mum had just passed away, and that TFNation when Dave and Emily kind of approached me as well with Brad and you know, all that, you know, that kind of jazz. You know, they basically invited me to go on a panel kind of quiz show thing with them and just participate. So I did that, did like a Q&A, not a Q&A, like a question, like a game or something, and it was really fun, and I really enjoyed that. And that year is a memorable year, obviously for multiple reasons, obviously awful reasons as well, but good reasons, good points, because that TFNation I was very 50-50 about going for, again obviously, but I went, and I needed to just take my mind away from things going on, and just be with myself and be surrounded by people that I really, you know, like to surround myself with, and it really helped me here. And I will definitely say that was a very fundamental year of everybody seemed a hell of a lot more approachable, and I just felt the love, if you know what I mean. I just felt the love from everybody, and it was such a good convention, and it was a great show. Everybody was really cool, and to be a part of like a panel / game show thing that Dave and Emily and Brad and everybody kind of put together was absolutely fantastic, and there will definitely be my standout moments from TFNations that I can think of at the moment. Question number 5. Skeletor's dead. Anyway, random. Anyway, number 5. What games are you hoping? No, sorry. Let me try that again. What games are you hoping to play / bring to TFNation 2022 for fun in the bar? So basically, for anybody that is this is kind of a two-way question. This could be a question for somebody who's coming for the first time, and somebody that's maybe coming, that's a regular. You kind of see that where I've kind of worded that a little bit in a certain way. But basically, for anybody that has never been and they're like, I don't know what you're on about by playing games. I don't know what would they play. So basically, on the evenings, maybe the Friday evening, Thursday evening, Friday evening, whatever. Basically the evenings of TFNation, everybody that's gone, that we just hang out in the bar. The bar is the most popular place, quite obviously. You know, during the thing, and obviously once the convention is finished for the day. And basically, long story short, they basically just, people bring games with them. Could be like Cards Against Humanity. Could be like Exploding Kittens or whatever. It could be Cards Against Disney. It could be even a board game of something. And they basically just get, the point of these is that it gets people included and it brings people together and just to have a laugh. So I'm not personally, I'm not bringing a game with me. I don't really have anything. I don't really have any games. And I do have Cards Against Humanity, but I have the basic main starter pack. I don't have any of the add-ons that other people seem to have. But I am partial to playing a couple of games of Cards Against Humanity. I do enjoy that game. It is a good laugh. So no doubt there'll be somebody with Cards Against Humanity. And if there's anything else that seems interesting, I might maybe participate in as well. So yeah, so there we go. Number 6. If you could change anything in regards to TFNation, what would it be and why? So this is obviously talking to the regulars here, okay? So out of the time TFNation's been going on for, okay, would you change anything, or could you come up with anything that you think could maybe be a bit better or could be improved upon? Now, I'm not doing this question as a way to take the piss at anybody that are behind the scenes of TFNation. Obviously not, because I do realise there's a lot of time and effort that goes into bringing these conventions and these events, and a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes, a lot of planning, and I appreciate that. But this question isn't really to take the piss out of anybody or anybody involved in the planning stages of TFN. This is just a general question, because this is a question that could also potentially help them to think about things, where there's something in particular hasn't gone right or isn't as polished as other parts of the convention seems to be. And it's more feedback. It's a feedback question more than anything. It's a feedback question. So yeah, it's positive feedback. I mean, if I get any responses where I feel that it is just tearing TFNation limb from limb, yes, it's their opinion, but I'm going to be very careful with how people proceed with answering this question, because end of the day, I don't want any drama or bad news in regards to TFN coming through me, because that's not good on me, and it's not good. But yeah, so basically just answering honestly, is there anything you would like to see maybe improved on in some ways? Now, personally, answering this question for myself is, I wouldn't really change anything. I wouldn't really change anything in particular, because I have, ever since TFN started, I think they've done an incredible job. An absolutely incredible job with starting a convention from scratch, practically, on the dying embers of Auto Assembly, and bringing TFNation to bringing TFNation together. And what they've accomplished in such a small scale of time, literally only about, last 5 years or so, maybe 6, whatever. So a very short period of time, they've accomplished so much. Stan Bush, the voice acting talent we've had, writing talent, we had Bob Budiansky, and the guests of honour that have come to TFNation has been absolutely mind-boggling. And so I wouldn't really saying that. I know that this might sound a bit of a biased thing, because I do hold TFNation in quite a high regard, but there's nothing that stands out to me that I would like to see changed, because if they change too much, then their dynamic or the way that they go about things will probably, the convention might not be the same, if you know what I mean. But no, I generally love what they're doing. So that's going to be my answer. Whether people accept that is a different thing, but that's my answer to that. Number 7. What would you say is your least favourite pickup while at TFNation? So when you've been in the dealer room and you've picked your bots up, what would you say is your least favourite pickup or pickups that you've picked up? Now I can think of a couple of. I can just remember at least one figure, and I just don't like it, and I don't think I've got it anymore. I think I managed to get rid of it. But I think it was a Mirage figure, and I don't know if it was from Cybertron or Energon or something line, and it was absolutely frigging ugly as fuck. And I just don't like that toy at all. So that was definitely a least favourite figure that I picked up. Well, oh yeah, there's also another one. I think I picked it up at a TFN, and it is basically Alpha Trion, but it's the I think it's the Titan Returns one. A lot of people don't like it because it's a repaint of using I think Leo Convoy, basically the whole lion kind of the whole lion-esque mode, beast mode thing. So basically, yeah, that toy I don't like it at all. I just don't like it, and I've tried to get rid of it and nobody seems to want it, so I don't really blame anybody in particular at all, because it isn't a nice toy. It's not a very good representation of Alpha Trion. So I would definitely say those two are my least favourite pickups while at TFNation. And the last, final question, number 8. This is a general question for anyone new or regular. Okay, so why did you choose to go/come to TFNation? Besides the obvious thing of the toys, what was it that mostly attracted you or sold you on making the decision to come along? So what was that fundamental point? What was that thing that made you want to come to TFNation for the first time, or makes you want to continue to come to TFNation? So yeah, so this is a question for anybody that can participate. So yeah, obviously I've been going to conventions for a long time. This is a question that, you know, a lot of the regulars have been going to these conventions for a long time. Some people have been going to well, when it was Auto Assembly, you know, they've been going since like 2006, earlier than that, when it first started, basically, as a convention. And so basically, a lot of people have been going to conventions for a long time. So their convention circuit and going to these things is quite long. I've obviously been going to TFN. I've been going to TFN since it started, and I've been going to TFNation, Auto Assembly, since 2010. So my first convention obviously was Auto Assembly 2010, and I went to every year up to it finishing, and then I've been going to TFNation ever since. Except for the past couple of years when it was obviously a virtual event. So what was it that fundamentally got me to buy a ticket and go to my first Transformers convention in Birmingham, which would fundamentally become TFNation in the end? So I think what it was for me is that, or for me personally, what sold me and making the decision, regardless of the toys, was mostly I wanted to meet other YouTubers face to face. I wanted to meet other people outside my circle of family and friends, and it was something that I struggled with meeting new people. Meeting new people was something I struggled with, and I still aren't the most confident of people. I don't, you know, I have problems with like body confidence and everything. So I was much more shy. I was a very shy person when I went to my first convention, and I was absolutely shitting myself, quite literally. Not literally, but I was yeah, you know, pooing my pants in a kind of a sense. And yeah, so it took me a bit of time to get into the rhythm, and meeting people like Sammy Skullgren, Jared Wolfgang One, I Love Mess, Ray, everybody that was quite a big influenced person within the UK Transformers collector reviewer space. The time of Moonbase 2 podcast and all this kind of stuff that was happening at the time, and basically it was kind of like I was watching these people on YouTube, and they were the ones that kind of got me into doing the same thing, making videos and doing reviews. And I just wanted to meet these people and just chill out and hopefully make some friends outside of my usual thing. And that was the main thing that got me to go to my first convention, and continues to make me come to. That sounded wrong. Anyway, that was the most fundamental thing that made me buy my first ticket to go to a convention, and also it's the thing that continues to make me want to continue to enjoy these events and continue to come along to TFNation and so on. So it's the people. It's always been about the people for me over the toys. There we go. And that is that then, people. Thank you so much for watching. So that's been 8 new questions. As I've been going along, as I'm going to edit this, and the questions are going to be on the screen, and also they will be in the description box below the video. If it's easier for you to do that, I will purposely put them there so you can get into, or if you want to make a video response, or if you want to comment your responses, whatever's easiest for you. Or best for you, whatever. So yes, so there we go. Thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you for the support again on the last video I did. I don't know if there's going to be a part 3 of these questions. We are literally not very far away now. We are like 3 weeks away, or just under 3 weeks away to when it actually all kicks off. So I haven't got much time really. I've got a little bit of time to maybe get an extra couple of videos out relating to TFN, but I don't want to oversaturate things too much. I don't want to oversaturate too much. But if people would enjoyed this video and would like to see me do a third one of a couple more questions, then I'm more than happy to do at least one more, if that is the case. But until then, I'm going to leave the airways clear and just see if anybody would like to participate. You're more than welcome. Everybody's welcome that are a regular, and also those that are new ones coming for the first time. More than happy to... I just killed He-Man this time. Anyway, so you're more than happy to participate. More than happy. So thank you again. You are all awesome. And see you very soon in a couple of weeks or so.